want to give a special thanks to Mattel for sending these products to us as a gift for free. What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Let's get crafty. For this project, I'm using black foam board. I cut a 13 by 15 inch rectangle for a back wall. I cut two 2-inch by 13-inch rectangles for the sides. Let's cut 2 more pieces of foam board that are 13 by 7 inches. From another piece of foam board, I cut 2 2-inch by 15-inch rectangles. And now we have all the pieces to build the basic structure. But hang on to those scraps because we can use them later to add more detail. Let's take the back wall, find a large piece of clear plastic from packaging so we can cut a circle. To make my circle, I am tracing a large bowl with my X-Acto knife to try to neatly cut it out. Let's cover it with scrapbook paper and use more scrapbook paper to connect the 2-inch wall and the 7-inch wall. I line the 2 pieces up, then glue the paper to one side and wrap it over the edge, connecting the 2 pieces and allowing them to move. Repeat for the other side. I cover the board for the floor. With the leftover foam board, I cut a few strips, cover them with paper to make wooden beams. Now let's work on this window. Place the clear plastic on top of the cutout. I'm using a thin black tape. If you do not have black tape, you can use paper cut to 1/8 of an inch and then glue it in place. I'm using the tape to make a large spider web by dividing the window into 4ths, then 1/8ths, then 1/16ths. Then add more tape until you get the look that you want. This does take a little bit of time, but I think it turned out pretty good. Let's trim off the excess plastic, tape or glue it behind the opening. On the back of the window, I add a water-based glossy glue and spread it around, adding some texture to our window, then allow it to dry. We just have a few more spots that need to clear up, but I think we can move on to the next part and use washable markers to color the dried glue. I think doing it this way, the color will be more concentrated, more vivid, and I'm hoping it just gives me a little bit more control over where the color goes. Not too bad, but even once dry, if you rub it, it does come off. So I am going over the different colors, one color at a time, like I'm gonna do all the yellow first, with a clear drying glossy glue. I think we can work with that. I cut a frame for the window out of craft foam. I use a toothpick to add some lines and give it a little texture, then dry brush it with a little paint. I'm using a dark brown, then a little touch of a slightly lighter brown, then glue it around the window, hoping that it kinda looks like wood. Let's glue the back wall to the floor. Now let's add those side walls, you know, the ones that can bend, but I'm gonna glue those to the floor first so they match up, leaving a tiny gap between the 2 walls. In hindsight, I should have cut the side walls at 2 1/4 inches, but to fix it, we can add one of those 1/2-inch strips that we made to bridge the gap, giving us a backdrop that's about 29 1/2 inches. But the side walls can still fold up for easy storage. Since this is a pretty narrow box, we can't add a ton of stuff to it, but we can add a little more detail to the walls. So let's use more of that covered foam board to add beams to the walls. I'm going to add a piece to the top, giving me a small ceiling so I can add a few beams into the corners. Add a few across the sides, add a few going diagonal, glue a few together to make a small floating shelf that we can glue onto the wall. I made it 1 3/4 inches so we can still close the box, giving us an easy to store backdrop for our dolls, like the new Monster High Wednesday dolls. Today we are taking a look at Wednesday Addams, Enid Sinclair, the Monster High Wednesday Painted Black Fashion Pack. Ooh, are we getting a cello? And the Monster High Wednesday Rave'N Wednesday doll. This Wednesday and Enid are available in stores. And I kind of love how when you put their boxes together, we see the window. You know, if you want to skip a few steps on that backdrop, you could probably recycle the packaging. Oh, and are those little Monster High dolls printed on the packaging? On the back of the box, we can learn a little bit about each character, like how Wednesday Addams likes to record her morbid observations. And while at Nevermore Academy, Enid likes to break werewolf stereotypes and wear pink. Let's get these two out of the box for a closer look. We get a doll stand with what looks like the window and a little skullette. The base of the stand looks pretty thin. I like that too. The Wednesday doll comes with a black bag and the top can open. There are two shoulder straps and a handle, and it looks like the shoulder straps can be detached at the bottom. Bing! I am so happy they included this! It's a little hand with black stitches. Can we get it to sit on Wednesday's shoulder? Yes! Yes, we can! With shoes on and on the doll stand, this doll is hitting around 11 inches tall. She comes with black hair styled into two braids. There is a little bit of product. The front of the hair is cut into bangs, and there's two little pieces hanging down on the sides. She has brown eyes, freckles, wears a dark reddish-brown lipstick. She wears a white shirt with a collar, and that shirt is sleeveless, a black tie, a striped long-sleeve jacket. It does have lapels with a stitch near a raw edge. However, the rest does look folded over and hemmed. The shirt is attached to a black skirt. The jacket is a separate piece from the top and skirt. There is a black belt around the waist with silver painted details. She comes wearing black knee-highs with spider webs and little skullettes. She has black platform shoes. One has a scorpion and the other a cello. Her nails are painted black, and one hand is posed to snap. Enid is up next, rocking some pink. Out of the box, her hair might need a little attention. She has blonde hair with a little blue underneath on one side and pink on the other. She wears a hot pink beret, has large blue eyes with pink eyeshadow, a little gold in the corners, a coral-colored lipstick. She comes wearing a long-sleeve top with stripes. They're pink and orange. There are white hearts with eyes. It looks like she has an undershirt. However, it's just at the collar and it is attached. She has a pink plaid skirt with black buttons. The skirt and the top are two separate pieces and they Velcro in the back. There are pink and yellow leggings underneath with an elastic waistband and attached leg warmers, or tall socks that are bunched up. She wears yellow shoes with white painted laces and has a pink unicorn under one, and it looks like a little teddy bear on the other. That's kinda cute. She has long nails painted in a variety of colors and comes with a pink backpack with a heart. The top is split so it can open. These dolls are articulated with movement at the head, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, and knee. And if you look inside the box, there's a Monster High Boo York poster on the wall. Oh yes, first chance I get, I am looking through my Monster High stuff to find things to decorate her side of the room. But until then, let's take a look at Rave'N Wednesday. We get a certificate of authenticity on cardstock. She also comes with the doll stand and a black sheer gown with layers of ruffles. This dress has a collar, there are ruffles at the top, more ruffles at the bottom. She comes with a different black belt with silver painted details. Let's see, how close can we zoom in? I think that's about it. There's a little silver detail at the bottom, at the top, and in the center. And it looks like it goes just about all the way around. Nope, it does go all the way around. Under the sheer dress, she wears a black catsuit that has clear straps at the top and includes her feet. She wears black shoes with icy-looking heels. I love all the little details they put in the shoes. The cat suit and the dress are two separate pieces and they Velcro in the back. This Wednesday comes with a different hairstyle. There is a braid across the top. Looks like her ponytails are shorter and rubber band in the back. Her makeup is different. She has more of a smoky eye, black lipstick, and it looks like the shine in her eye is different. Here we're getting a little skull and a sparkle, whereas on the other Wednesday, you can see part of the window. And Rave'N Wednesday comes with both hands with her fingers spread out. Rave'N Wednesday is available online. On Mattel Creations is where we can find the Paint It Black fashion pack. Inside the box, we find small packages. I've got 6. In the first one, we find a pair of black and white shoes. And then we have a long sleeve black dress with a white collar and white cuffs. I think those are little skulls. I've got a bow and black and white socks. In one of the larger bags, we find a long sweatshirt hoodie with a faux ribbon zipper. There's a silver zipper detail on the end. Love when they add those kinds of details. There are white and black graphics going down the front. And in the largest bag, we find her cello. There is a small attachment included in the bag that we have to place on the bottom of the cello that is decorated in spider webs. I really like that they offered fashion packs, allowing us to switch up her look and use the dolls we already have. Oh, and look at her hand. We can make it look like she's playing the cello. Very cute details. I think the Wednesday doll is absolutely adorable. I like that the two dolls have some differences, so I don't feel like I'm getting the same doll twice. And getting a different hand pose is definitely a plus for me. Oh wow, and those are little skullets. And Rave'N Wednesday has earrings. Are they removable? Yes. Yes, they are. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at Monster High Wednesday dolls and DIY'd a quick backdrop. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.